Joe Leigh for SecondsOut, joined by John Hedges, the gentleman once again, down at Raynham Boxing Club for the first time. How you doing, John? You've got a fight date end of the month. How's things?
All good, Joe. Nice 8 rounds in the bank today with Chris Luteke, coupled with Joel Bartel. So yeah, mate, getting good rounds in. Good work.
Yeah, that's important, of course. Talk to us about this next date, though. Wembley Arena, big fight, as I said before. You've been progressing since not the best start to your pro career, but it's gone onwards and upwards from there.
Exactly. We are undefeated. We're 6-0, and we're pushing on for my 7th. So everything's getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting bigger at the weight, and I'm taking bigger fights. So this is going to be a nice step up in opponent and step up in performance to match it.
Yeah. When are you moving up to heavyweight?
I don't think it'll be too long from cruiser, but I'm slowly just finding where I'm at. I'm not going to make 79.2, I'll tell you that for a fact. Yeah, I'm never making 175, so it's going to be cruiserweight before I box for a title, and it's just getting there gradually.
How have you found, kind of, since you've moved up, how have you found it?
Well, to be fair, Joe, I only spar cruisers anyway. It's very rarely I spar a light heavy, so I kind of... Yeah, it's inevitable I'm going to be a cruiser, if you know what I mean. So it's not going to have to change a lot. All it's going to be is I'm going to be a little bit more stronger in the ring because I ain't making weight. So,
are you the type to be fighting, training when you don't even have fights planned anywhere, gym?
Yeah, I stay in the gym. We were saying this with Tibbsy the other day. There's a lot of fighters obviously coming for a training camp, but I'm an eater. So if I'm out of the camp, I'm eating too much. So if I just come in, tick over, I ain't got to spar, stay in it. When the camp gets announced, then I start my fighting.
I feel like that's because you've got such a good amateur background as well. You've just lived it for so long now. You don't know anything else.
Yeah, literally that. I've been in the gym since 7 years old. So if I have too long out, I've got itchy knuckles and I don't know what to do with myself. And I think that's when things for bad habits come in place. People do things they shouldn't do when they're bored. So if I can stay in the gym, keep routine in my life, keeps me knuckle down.
Yeah, of course. That relationship with you and Mark now is better than it's been. I remember when you first came over, but you've been here for how long now? A couple of years?
Just year and a half. So yeah, a year and a half I've been here solidly, and since then I suppose I've missed 2 weeks of training altogether. So I'm in the gym every day, man.
What's your plans towards the end of the year? Do you feel like this will be the last one on?
Looking at it rightly and looking at my contract and how things sit, yeah, I think so. October 29th, let's call it November really. Yeah, the start of November. Time you have a couple of weeks off and do what you got to do before you know it. With December, Christmas is here, so I'd rather, this is my last 6-round fight, I'd rather just let this one, nice performance, build over Christmas for a nice 8-rounder, start the year.
That's good to hear. Another stoppage?
100%, Joe. If I can find a stoppage, I'm going to get it. I feel strong, feel confident. It's just about finding what I know I can do.
Yeah, I want to talk about SJAM, obviously your management team. There's only 10 people. I just spoke to Shane, and they've always had the ethos of less people, more man management. Yeah. How have you found it working with SJAM?
SJAM, not being biased, best management in the world, mate. They give people opportunities what other managements can't give, and they only take on good fighters. So it's a pleasure to be amongst a stable of solid fighters. Look at what Joe just done. Come on, look at Joe Joyce. Like, people have been doubting him all his career, and with that SJAM behind him, they've given him the right opportunities, right fights, right time, proving people wrong constantly.
Do you think he's top 2 in the world? People say he's better than Usyk. No one's yet said he's better than Fury, but do you believe he's top 2, better than Usyk?
Top 2, 3. So it's the Usyk fight I can't shout, because Usyk's a great opponent, and it's one of them ones, although Joe's blasted through Joe Parker, Usyk's got a complete different style. So I see some spars, and where I'm a back foot boxer, I see some spars and I think, cool, I'm going to have hard work in there. I get in there and there's no shots thrown because they're worried about missing. And that can be the same thing with Usyk in front of you. So small, so agile. Joe might get into a position where he's like, oh, I'm punching through there a bit. But who knows, only time will tell. If anyone can do it, Joyce can do it. What
about Joyce versus AJ? Do you feel like that's... I don't want to ask whether it's a possible fight, who knows, in this sport, but what do you think would happen in that?
I think Joyce buckles him, honestly. I know it's a very big statement, but just because of the momentum and now AJ's coming off a couple of defeats, I think AJ smashes him for about 4 or 5 rounds, absolutely like a whitewash, and then suddenly 6, 7, Joe's still in your face, still punching, and then if that's a little bit low, you're a bit of art slow, then do you know what I mean? I think he'll overtake.
Yeah, definitely. You'll be fighting these guys in a bit.
Please God, I avoid them. I'm hoping all these big lumps are retired and there's another generation of small fighters.
I'm only joking. Good to speak to you again. Hopefully you'll be there end of October, and then, yeah, best of luck. Last 6 rounder.
Let's have them mates.